welcome to Talk Football. Before we start our first video, let me do a brief introduction of myself. So I'm Curtis and I'm a football fan, and more precisely an Arsenal fan. So on this channel that I just made, I would mostly talk about some football related topics like transfer reviews, match reviews, player ratings, or some predictions on tournaments and leagues. You guys can feel free to comment down below on what things you would like me to do, and I will try my best to cover most of them. Without further ado, let's get started with our first video. As all of you probably know, being an Arsenal fan is never easy. This year, the Gunners suffered the worst start to the season in 37 years, with only 7 wins so far. They have 13 draws, the most in the league. Although the performances of some key players like Mesut Ozil, Alexander Lacazette, David Luiz, and so on have not been satisfactory, there were indeed some young stars who climbed up to the spotlight this season. I will be ranking all Arsenal players in this video. Let's get started from the bottom of the list. Number 26, Matt Macey. Macey is currently the third choice goalkeeper at the club, below Emi Martinez and Leno. He joined Arsenal back in 2014 and has only 2 appearances for the first team so far. Emi is the second choice goalkeeper. At 6'3", the Argentinian has 24 appearances to his name. Little do you know, Martinez is the longest serving player in the squad right now. He joined Arsenal back in 2011. Eddie Nketiah is a striker for Arsenal. He was brought to the first team in the 2017-2018 season by manager Arsene Wenger, and has scored 4 goals in 21 apps so far. Last year, he was loaned out to Leeds United in the Championship and has scored 5 goals in 19 games. At just 20 years old, he has a bright future ahead. Together with other academy products such as Nketiah, Willock, and Bukayo Saka, Nelson came all the way from Hale End. He is a young, pacey winger. After his successful loan spell at Hoffenheim last season, he was recalled to the Arsenal squad. However, his performance this season was slightly under average and slowly faded out of the regular starting 11. Joe Willock found his position in the first team this season. The 20-year-old plays as a creative midfielder who has the ability to provide as well as to finish. He already has 28 appearances this season and has 4 goals to his name. Number 21, Pablo Mari. Arsenal signed the Spanish defender this winter transfer window from Brazilian side Flamengo. The 26-year-old is the only left-footed Arsenal centre-back in the squad. The Brazilian was called a prodigy in his own country and is determined to play a huge part in the Arsenal defence next year, alongside William Saliba, who is being loaned back to Saint-Etienne this season. Callum Chambers is an English centre-back who can also play as a full-back. As a teenager, he joined from Southampton in 2014 and already has 101 appearances for the Gunners. As a centre-back, Chambers is exceptionally comfortable on the ball, but his fair defensive awareness and tackling has stopped him from being a real defensive beast. This probably explains why I ranked him 20th. Shkodran Mustafi is a German centre-back. During his first 2 seasons at the Emirates, he was a pretty solid defender and even scored a few crucial headers. But ever since then, his performance nosedived. Mistake followed by mistake. Mustafi was soon ejected from the starting 11 by coach Unai Emery. Now under Arteta, he seems to have gained the coach's trust again, as he has given a number of impressive performances this season. Let's just hope that his error-prone side will not burst again this season. Number 18, Rob Holding. Last year, Holding tore his anterior cruciate ligament in a duel against Man United, which ruled him out of the squad for the rest of the season. As Arsenal signed David Luiz this summer, Holding has lost his position in the starting 11. He would have to work hard to regain his position, but at only 24 years old, I'm sure he would be able to do so. Number 17, Maitland-Niles. I have ranked him highest out of all academy graduates. Ainsley started his career as a midfielder, but was called to the first team as a substitute of right back Hector Bellerin at the time of a right back crisis. Ainsley slowly gained his place in the starting 11 while Bellerin was injured last season. At his age, there is still tons to learn for the pacey right midfielder. Number 16, Cedric. Cedric joined Arsenal on deadline day this winter transfer window from Southampton. This transfer was questioned by many Arsenal fans, but I personally approve of this transfer. Cedric is a cheap but useful right back, and given his experience from many international matches, including the Euro 16 final with Portugal, he could influence the young defenders. Also, now that Arsenal has two regular right backs, Ainsley Maitland-Niles can be freed to his natural position. Number 15, Sead Kolasinac. The Bosnian left-back signed for Arsenal back in 2017. I'm pretty sure we all know why he's called Hulk, or the Tank. Just look at this photo and imagine if you were fighting for the ball with him. However, his defense does require a lot of improvement. Number 14, Socrates. Oh god, I don't even bother saying his last name. Anyways, the Greek warrior is an experienced defender with aggression and precision at his former club, Dortmund. He joined Arsenal in 2018 and immediately gained his place in the squad. But at 31 years old, he is not the youngest of players and probably shouldn't be starting every game anymore, as he's no longer that reliable. Number 13, Matteo Guendouzi. One of the things Arsenal fans need to thank Unai Emery for was bringing in Guendouzi from Lorient for just 8 million. What a bargain. At just 20 years old, Guendouzi is already worth 50 million euros. He is currently ranked 6th most expensive at his age, just below Gianluigi Donnarumma, Declan Rice, De Ligt, Havertz, and João Felix. Nevertheless, he has to further work on his final ball. Number 12, Bukayo Saka. The first question you might ask is why is he so highly ranked, and even who is this kid? Believe me guys, Saka has the quality to be a top player in an Arsenal shirt. At just 18 years old, Saka is the youngest player in the first team, but he has exactly what it takes to succeed. High work rate, adaptability, speed, and awareness. It will just take time for the Englishman to get more mature. Number 11, Kieran Tierney. Tierney may be one of the most underrated left-backs in the game. He joined Arsenal last summer to replace the 32-year-old Spaniard, Nacho Monreal. Tierney has since spent most of the time in the Arsenal Medical Centre, but he has shown how capable he is during his time on the pitch. Moving to the top 10, starting with Dani Ceballos. After escaping from Real Madrid last summer, where he was regularly used as an unused sub, Ceballos had a wonderful start at his new club. Do you still remember his impressive game against Burnley, Arsenal fans? But after that, the Spaniard's magic seemed to disappear. Matches and matches on the bench, and even the reserves. Seems like Ceballos may be returning to his bench warmer position again. But let's be positive, Arsenal fans. Dani is a versatile playmaker and has displayed it once again in his most recent match against Newcastle, in which the Gunners came away with a 4-0 win. Number 9, David Luiz. The man of zero loyalty has moved again from Chelsea to Arsenal last summer. No offense, David, but I bet you won't be staying for more than 3 years at Arsenal, right? Anyways, the Brazilian is an iconic defender in the world, so despite his age, I will still give him a 9th position thanks to his class and dedication in recent games. Let's hope there's more to come from the Brazilian. Number 8, Mesut Ozil. Oh man, there's so much to talk about this special player. Ozil started his career at Schalke, where he caught the attention of various huge clubs. After 5 seasons at Schalke, then Werder Bremen, he joined Real Madrid, where he reached his first peak. He played 159 games for the Spanish Giants, then made a shock move to Arsenal. The fans were expecting huge things from the German, and he did deliver in his first 4 seasons when he established a super duo with his fellow teammate Alexis Sanchez. Sadly, Ozil never got back up to his peak ever since then. There were games that were a perfect shadow of his former self, but he was simply not consistent enough to lead his team. The fans totally lost it against their number 10 and booed him in their own stadium. In 2020, Ozil has been more regularly chosen in crucial clashes. Let's just hope that he could wow the world again. Now that this video is over 10 minutes, let's end it right here. Just kidding, let's continue our video. Granit Xhaka. This might be a controversial one. Ever since Xhaka joined in 2016, he has been a scapegoat for Arsenal whenever the fans get unsatisfied. Things just heated up even more when his captaincy got ripped from him after he abused the fans by swearing to the seats. Yes, Xhaka might be a liability sometimes at the defense, but as he shows much more improvement now, does he deserve to receive all the hate? I hope Arsenal fans will back Xhaka as he's one of us for now. Hector Bellerin. I might have ranked him a bit too high, but I believe in the qualities of this young man. Comments down below if you disagree with me. Last season, Bellerin was hit by an ACL tear early in the first half of the season and had to be sidelined for the rest of the season. ACL injuries always deal lots of harm on a player, but at such a young age, I'm confident Bellerin would be able to get back to his top form as quick as lightning. Unlike some other players, what's wonderful about the second captain is that he always puts his best foot forward for the club. Take a bow, Hector Bellerin. Number 6, Martinelli. Gabby is undeniably one of the shining young stars in the football world right now. At just 18 years old, Martinelli is an important piece of Arsenal's attack and has already scored 20 goals this season. What an achievement from a teenager who is just having his first season in Europe. I still remember seeing breaking news: Arsenal signs Gabriel Martinelli from Brazil on my phone last summer when Arsenal announced their first signing. I was like, who is this teenager? Arsenal better buy qualified players instead of more Lucas Perez's. Turns out I'm wrong. Number 5, Lucas Torreira. Since joining from Sampdoria, Torreira has been undoubtedly Arsenal's best midfielder these 2 seasons. Don't judge a player by height. At just 5'6", Torreira is significantly shorter than 99% of players, but his warrior instinct makes him one of the best in his position, yet his distribution and dribbling can be improved. How about watching videos of Busquets, Lucas? Bonus question, comments down below if you know when this photo was taken. The winner gets a shout out next video. Number 4, Alexander Lacazette. You might have predicted him at a higher position, perhaps 2nd or 3rd, but chill, I have my reasons behind this. It's undeniable that Laka is a very versatile fox-in-the-box striker. He finds the ball quickly and has brilliant control and agility. Lacazette may not be the most efficient or consistent of strikers, but he is indeed a big game player. He has scored against Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Manchester City, Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, and Napoli, clinching a handful of points for the Gunners. However, this year he has been underperforming, as he disappeared on the pitch most of the times he was played. In the Premier League, he only scored half of the goals given a big chance, and has only 15.4% shooting success. What I'm saying is that Lacazette is a classy striker, but his form is not good enough. As the Gunners lack funds to sign a world-class defender, Lacazette may be one of the big names on the transfer list. Will Lacazette pick up his form after delivering a goal and an assist against Newcastle? Comments down below. As an Arsenal fan, I can just say we're much better with a performing Lacazette. Number 3, Nicolas Pepe. Arsenal broke their bank and signed Nicolas Pepe from the Ligue 1 for €72 million last summer. The club record-breaker signing had a rather tough start in red and white. He struggled on the wing and soon lost his confidence and also his place on the wing. Many people started calling him a flop, but I believe the Ivorian has his ways to stun the league again. He's as fast as Aubameyang, and his technique on the ball is simply majestic. He was a player who broke Van Dijk's record of not being dribbled past last year. I'm sure Pepe would pick himself up and shut the doubters' mouths. The Arsenal fans who are already losing faith in Pepe should recall that their club legend Thierry Henry's first season at Arsenal was the same as Pepe, if not worse. I'm not saying that Pepe would turn out as good as Thierry Henry, but I just think he needs time to adapt. This might be a shock, but yes, you are right. Leno is ranked second. I can't even count how many times the German keeper has saved the team these 2 seasons. For just £25 million, he joined from Bayer Leverkusen. Looking back now, it seems like a bargain. Leno is easily the best goalkeeper for Arsenal since Lehmann left the club. Personally, I would rate him more than Kepa, Pickford, or even Lloris. On behalf of the Arsenal defense, let's apologize to Leno. You guessed it, you got it. First place, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The 30-year-old Gabonese striker joined from Borussia Dortmund in the 2018 winter transfer window on deadline day to replace Alexis Sanchez, who had just ditched Arsenal for Manchester United. All of you know what happened to both of these strikers. Aubameyang scored against Everton on his debut and immediately became Arsenal's top striker. He scored 10 goals in 14 games in his first season. In the 2018-2019 season, he led the unstoppable duo Alba Lacazette with his French striking partner and became the Premier League top striker with 22 goals, tied with Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane. This season, he is clear at the top of Arsenal's top scorers at 15 league goals. Let's hope that Aubameyang would stay in North London, as rumours suggest he might join Barcelona this summer. Arsenal seriously need the Gabonese scoring machine. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're new to this channel. Comment down below on what videos you want me to make. I'm thinking about making a new series called Scout Time, where I would give a detailed analysis on a specific player. Stay tuned for my next upload next week. Peace.